Hello everyone, how are you? Dear students, today we will discuss about the different agencies of United Nations organization. In our earlier video, I have shared about WHO and UNICEF. In our today's discussion, we will discuss about the remaining two agencies which have been added from this year in this chapter, United Nations and its organization. These two agencies are ILO, means International Labour Organization, and another one is UNESCO. So let's discuss about these two agencies. As from the slide you can see, the person he is the present Secretary General of UN, Antonio Guterres from Portugal, right? But no, our today's discussion is not about the remaining things about the chapter. In this chapter we will today's discussion we will discuss about only these two agencies. This is the logo and sign of United Nations. United Nations, its overview, member states, main organs of the United Nations are General Assembly, the Security Council. Beta total 6 major organs are there of United Nations. Like in our country, the organs of government are legislature, executive and judiciary. In this way, the United Nations have its 6 major organs. First of all, General Assembly, then Security Council, then the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice, and the UN Secretariat. These are the main organs of the United Nations. Apart from it, 4 agencies have been added in. Although it have many agencies, but we have to study about only these 4 agencies. These 4 agencies are UNESCO, UNICEF, ILO and WHO. We have discussed earlier about WHO and UNICEF. Now today we will discuss about ILO and UNESCO. First of all, let's discuss about UNESCO. What is UNESCO? Dear students, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations aimed at contributing to the building of peace, the eradication of poverty, sustainable development and intercultural dialogue through education, the sciences, cultural communication and information. It is the successor of the League of Nations, International Committee on Intellectual Cooperation. You must be know that it have 193 members at present. Mission and mandate. UNESCO has 193 member states and 11 associate members. Based in Paris, France, most of its field offices are cluster offices that cover 3 or more countries. National and regional offices also exist. UNESCO seeks to build a culture of peace and inclusive knowledge societies through information and communication. To that end, it pursues its objectives through 5 major program areas: education, natural sciences, social human sciences, culture and communication or information. It sponsors projects related to literacy, technical training, education, the advancement of science, promoting independent media and freedom of the press, preserving regional and cultural history, and promoting cultural diversity. UNESCO assists in translating and dissemination World literature establishing international cooperation agreements to secure world heritage sites of cultural and natural importance, preserving human rights and bridging the worldwide digital divide. It also launched and leads the Education for All movement and lifelong learning. Dear students, as you are the students of class 12th, and you students, many of you are participating in the MUN contests and the programs related to it. So I think you should know little about United Nations and its organizations nowadays. You must know that many of our historical buildings have considered as World Heritage Site because UNESCO have a target to preserve the different cultural diversity all over the world. In this regard, you must be know that Taj Mahal in Agra also have declared as World Heritage Site. Apart from it, many other buildings and historical monuments have been considered and regarded as the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. UNESCO is a member of United Nations Development Group, a coalition of UN agencies and organizations aimed at fulfilling the sustainable development goals. These are the activities of UNESCO. UNESCO implements its activities through the 5 program areas: education, natural sciences, social and human sciences, culture, communication and information. Education. UNESCO supports research to comparative education and provide expertise and fosters partnership to strengthen national educational leadership and the capacity of countries to offer quality education for all. Bottom, the related points have been given, like UNESCO chairs the international network of 644 UNESCO chairs involving over 770 institutions in 126 countries. Environmental Conservation Organization, Convention Against Discrimination in Education adopted in 1960. Organization of the International Conference on Adult Education in an interval of 12 years, publication of the Education for All global monitoring. So we can see that UNESCO's main aim to preserve culture and education and provide strong basis regarding this. UNESCO implements its activities through the 5 programs areas as we have discussed: education, isn't it? Education, natural sciences, social and human sciences, culture and communication and information. So in this way, UNESCO chairs an international network of 644 UNESCO chairs involving over 770 institutions in 126 countries. It have support bases in many countries by appointing different agencies to check their network, their program all over the world, especially in the member countries. Right? So let's discuss about ILO. ILO means International Labour Organization. It have been especially meant about the labor problems throughout the world. The International Labour Organization is a United Nations agency whose mandate is to advance social justice and promote decent work by setting international labor standards. It was the first specialized agency of the UN. We can say that it is the only tripartite UN agency. Tripartite means it works with 3 pillars. These 3 pillars are governments, employers and workers. This agency is working since 1919. The ILO brings together governments, employer and workers of 187 member states to set labor standards, develop policies and devise programs promoting decent work for all women and men. Dear students, before the First World War, as we have studied in many chapters, that the major problem was there at that time related to labor and the workers who usually work in factories and industries. They face a lot of problems. In Russian Revolution, we have also studied about this problem. Right? To solve this problem, UN have started this international labor organization to solve their problem. Now question arises how it work. Over the slide we can see the headquarter. ILO's headquarter is in Geneva in Switzerland. Head Guy Ryder, founder Paris Peace Conference. It was this institution, or we can say this agency, was founded before the formation of United Nations. United Nation was formed in 1945 by the name of League of Nation. लेकिन हम देख सकते हैं कि ILO की तो बहुत इससे कई साल पहले 1919 और 1920 में फॉर्मेशन हो चुकी थी. Right? So present organization, but it's now works under United Nations General Assembly and United Nations Economic and Social Council. We can see over here its mission, mandate, origin and history, and how they work. How it work? The unique tripartite structure of the ILO gives an equal voice to workers, employers and governments to ensure that the views of the social partners are closely reflected in labor standards and in shaping policies and programs. Origin and history में आप हम बेटा देख सकते हैं. The ILO was founded in 1919 in the wake of a destructive war to pursue a vision based on the promise that universal lasting peace can be established only if it is based on social justice. फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर के बाद इस बात की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत महसूस की गई कि सोशल जस्टिस को कैसे प्रोवाइड किया जाए, इस्टेब्लिश किया जाए. उन्होंने कहा कि सोशल जस्टिस तभी होता है, पीस तभी होती है जब हर तरफ सोशल जस्टिस होता है. द ILO बिकेम द फर्स्ट स्पेशलाइज्ड एजेंसी ऑफ द UN इन 1946. मिशन और इम्पैक्ट में हम देखेंगे इसका. द मेन एम्स ऑफ ILO आर टू प्रमोट राइट्स एट वर्क, encourage decent employment opportunities, enhance social protection, and strengthen dialogue on work-related issues. The failure of any nation to adopt human conditions of labor is an obstacle in the way of other nations which desire to improve the conditions in their own countries. ये कहते हैं कि अगर लेबर की प्रॉब्लम, लेबर जो है किसी भी कंट्री का बेस होती है सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करने में, अगर उनकी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्यूशन नहीं निकाला जाता, सॉल्व नहीं किया जाता, तो ये किसी भी कंट्री के लिए फेलियर हो सकता है. राइट इसको हमने ट्रिपार्टाइट एजेंसी इसलिए बोला है क्योंकि ये तीन इंस्टीट्यूशन के तीन इंस्टीट्यूशन मिलकर काम करती हैं. इसमें गवर्नमेंट्स, एम्प्लॉयर्स और वर्कर्स इन 187 मेंबर कंट्रीज़ के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. ILO लेइंग द फाउंडेशन ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस. इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इस्टेब्लिश करके UNO ने पूरी दुनिया में सोशल जस्टिस इस्टेब्लिश करने का एक एफर्ट किया है. द ILO International Labour Organization is an UN specialized agency dealing with labor issues. Its main aims are to promote rights at work, encourage decent employment opportunities, enhance social protection, and strengthen dialogue on work-related issues. In 1969, the organization received the Nobel Peace Prize. Now question arises, why was it created? Several changes at the beginning of the 19th century triggered the process of creating the ILO, such as growing industrialization, war and revolutions. At the turn of 20th century, the world of work was changing dramatically. The flow of workers from agriculture to industry was accelerating at an unprecedented rate. वर्कर्स क्या कर रहे थे? एग्रीकल्चर से इंडस्ट्री में शिफ्ट हो रहे थे काम की तलाश में. वर्किंग कंडीशंस वर ऑफन वेरी पुअर एंड इनइक्वालिटी एंड एक्सप्लॉयटेशन वर ऑन द राइज. Workplace inspection and employer accountability mechanism were weak and industrial tragedies were common. इंडस्ट्रीज में ट्रेजडीज होती थी और वर्कर्स के राइट्स के लिए कोई नहीं बोलता था, इसीलिए इसको बनाया गया. तो ये क्या बन गया है अब? एक ग्लोबल लेबर एजेंडा. वर्क प्लेड एन इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल इन पॉलिटिकल एजेंडाज ऑल्सो वर्ल्ड वाइड, especially in rapidly industrializing countries. There was growing understanding of the interconnected nature of labor markets and recognition of a need for global cooperation to protect workers and to keep socially advanced countries competitive in global markets. War and revolution. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles ended the First World War but was signed against a backdrop of ongoing revolution and civil war in Russia and spreading social unrest in Europe. The ILO and the League of Nations were founded together as an integral part of the peace process. This marked the first ever attempt to foster international cooperation by creating universal organizations to address the political, social, economical problems of the world. Right beta? I think it is clear to you now. ये इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर वर्कर्स की और लेबर की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने का एक प्लेटफॉर्म है. ठीक है. और इससे पहले जो हमने यूनेस्को पढ़ा था, यूनेस्को क्या है? स्पेशली एजुकेशन, कल्चर और वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज को प्रिजर्व करने का एक प्लेटफॉर्म है. ठीक है. इसमें क्या है? अगर देखो बेटा, अगर किसी एक कंट्री में ग्लोबल वार्मिंग होती है तो वो कंट्री अकेले इफेक्ट नहीं होती, पूरे दुनिया के ऊपर इसका असर पड़ता है. इसीलिए क्या है, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर इसके बारे में बात की जा रही है. तो इसी तरह से अगर वर्कर्स की प्रॉब्लम है या एजुकेशन और कल्चर से रिलेटेड इशू है, उसको कोई भी एक सिंगल नेशन अकेले हैंडल नहीं कर सकता. तो ऐसे में हमें एक इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, यूएनओ जैसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की. और यूएनओ की ही ये डिफरेंट एजेंसीज़ हैं जो इस तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स को टैकल करती हैं, हैंडल करती हैं वर्ल्ड लेवल पर. राइट. सो दीज एजेंसीज हैव बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड टू सॉल्व दीज टाइप ऑफ इश्यूज एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. Right? I think this is clear to now. To search more details, you can search it on Google. Right? Thank you. Have a nice day.